Alright, this isn't really related to the other video. I do want to finish my sentence though. The people that are being interviewed and the information they contain, it's either because they were directly involved or they were contributing to the people that were doing this. It's all a matter of public record now, history. Uh, they tried to, well, they don't try to, they have. Nobody's really interested in it. I mean, most people can't remember what happened last month as far as events that are having a repercussion on us. And see, it's going from point 1 to 3. You got to remember point 1 to see how it relates to point 3, how they got there, and what effect it's going to have on us. And that, I think, as far as the conditioning of society, is very well undertaken in the series of Century of Self. I don't have the time to go and finish getting the rest of the series because I need to actually be doing a lot of reading and research and correlating it to websites that will support the scientific statements that I wish to place. So that's pretty much that on that. If you have an insight into how we've all been conditioned, and if you become aware of the fact that you're conditioned, you'll start to question, well, why am I responding this way or thinking this way? So you'll start to question your reality and what's going on. We're not going to be able to affect any change. It's too widespread. There's too many involved, and this has been going on for centuries. And actually, you could even say a couple of millennia that they've been in position to exert the power and influence they've been exerting. And we're seeing it now. Also, you need to understand with the Gulf, it isn't just what's going to be happening as far as either on the coastal regions or to the sea life itself, but you also need to stop and think about atmospheric conditions, how it's going to affect that. For yourself, you can go out on a nice hot sunny day. You can have a patch of concrete on one side, and you can have a patch of blacktop on the other. See which gets hot first. The blacktop. Black absorbs energy of the light. As all darker colors do, and even the oil down there, even though it's like a rust red goo, it still would absorb more light than reflected. So because you're having the retention of heat, and also you got to look at the fact that the Gulf Coast region has a very strong impact, if not the most strongest impact on the weather patterns of the Midwest as well as the eastern states of our country and into Canada, Newfoundland, New Brunswick, areas of there, as well as the evaporation rates of the benzenes and other contaminants that are in it. And what we seem to forget, and this I wish I did have the time to do, I'd like to go out and see if there's any videos on acid rain. I don't know if any of you remember those. I'm just an elephant. I don't forget things. I don't know how my mind hasn't exploded yet, but I remember things. And I remember the videos that I saw of the devastation to our forests due to industrial pollution, which put sulfides into the atmosphere, which in turn created sulfuric acid in the rain. So now you're seeing another facet of what we're going to have to be dealing with that nobody's mentioning as well. It doesn't look pretty. And I'm not going to try to make it look pretty, but I'm not going to be revealing information just to cause a panic either. It's to give insight in how to prepare yourself. Also, I'm going to be doing about water shortages, food shortages worldwide, all of it. It's all coming to a head. And the more we know about it, the more we can prepare ourselves. Like I say, it's so widespread and prevalent in all governments, and these people, these shadow people, have been doing it for so many years. They've even changed their family names and everything else, so you don't know who they are. It could be one of your neighbors, a member of your community, if you have a community of any size. They're there. Um, so they're right as far as what they're doing, as far as we're all suspicious of each other. Well, yeah, we should be suspicious of each other, but not for the reasons that the government is claiming. I don't think there's a bunch of mad hatters of American citizens wanting to go around doing destruction on their own homeland. They're where they were born and raised. That's I'm sorry, but if we have that much of a mental health crisis, then the pharmaceutical company would really be in overdrive, making buku bucks now, wouldn't they? Because they'd have to medicate so many of the populace because they would think, oh, these people are going to do harm to the country. No, the people that are most upset are those that love the country the most. Those that are ambivalent, they're not doing themselves nor their country a service. I'm on here to try to help people to be aware that they need to get their spiritual house in order, to just provide the facts. I don't want to do inflammatory type videos, and I'll do my utmost to make sure that that doesn't ever get posted. Um, it's self-defeating. But we have to think about the future, the legacy, the children. One of the articles I got goes into the fact just this last year, baby's born in a hospital, and let's just forget about hospital costs because it's normal birth. But already that child has a debt of $250,000. It's going to take over 100,000 years for if everybody could come up with that money to pay off the national debt. This has been intentionally done. They're continuing to print funny money. This is deliberate, and now they have the authority to print as much as they want. Uh, um, Beyond being flabbergasted by the events going on. I don't have any children myself, and I don't see how as I would ever would have children. But to those of you who do, because you're my fellow uh, humanity, as it states in the Bible, we all are our brother's keeper, or in any other religious text you care to look at. We need to start living by this. We don't need to just be saying the words or thinking we know the words. We need to have it in ourselves, and that's what we live for. We need to be there for each other. We need to have love and understanding and passion for each other, not judgment, which is another form of separation. We're being separated from without. We don't need to do that to ourselves either, do we? Aren't we better than that? Don't we know enough now where we can stop the division? Not to accomplish bringing in a correct reality, because, like I say, it has gone too far. There's too many of these shadow people, and they won't let go. Um, when they serve Satan, Satan wants to destroy mankind. They do too. There's too many of these evil left-handed path people running around. It's all about what the world can do now for them, their instant gratifications. So wealth, symbolism,